Greetings, my friends. This is Maryland. So I want to announce the dueling tournament that I have been working to organize for actually quite a few months. We were kind of close on the idea, but with the decision to upgrade the Clockwork bot to version 4, that caused a significant delay. It wasn't really appropriate to try to run a bunch of small games when the bot was challenged, shall we say. But the bot is quite stable now. It's not completely without bugs, and I talked to Drethel. One of the things that's going to be happening is I want to use the bot on my Discord, but for now, he's not ready. It doesn't seem to be ready to have it released to more servers. So I'll host these games on Lucid's server. And I'm sure most of you who know me also know how to find Lucid's Discord. So let's just take a quick look here. After quite a bit of negotiation, what we're going to do is run a little exhibition duel. So it's just a very small 4-player bracket. Let's have a look here at the bracket. So here's the first 4 players, and I randomized. So this one doesn't count for the actual win or loss. This is to try out the rules on nation selection and map selection, see what works well. So we've got Barkay, Sablecat, Ben Sphinx, and Lucid. They're the first 4 volunteers. And if anybody else is ready to get going, just sign up on my Discord, and I've got a special channel for the dueling tournament, and I'll make little brackets of 4. We'll just do these as exhibitions. So let's have a look at the rules. So right off the bat, if 2 players just have specific nations they want to try out against each other, go for it. We don't have to use complicated rules for that. Now, round-wise, you notice I've separated this out into rounds. So this is round 1, column A. C is the next round, so that'll be round 2. So for round 1, we'll choose a map first. So the nation selection, either player can ban underwater, meaning basically if you don't want to play with underwater, then it's out of the game. It's a veto. The only reason I did that is there's certain cases where somebody might want to have an underwater versus underwater matchup. And I'm fine with that. There aren't a lot of good maps for it, but that works. So beyond that, oh, I missed a piece here. What it's supposed to say here, and I'll go fix that, is that what'll happen here is we'll randomize who picks first. See if I can, I can't really change it here. I gotta change it on Discord. But what it'll be is that, so let me just state this. Sign into chat. I'm already signed in. Whatever. What this means is that it will be, for the first round, we'll just have dice roll who goes first. So the first player will pick, the second player will pick. Simple enough. Map selection. We each pick a map, the 2 players, and we'll just randomize which one it is. And you'll know the maps and nations before the game starts. General rules, we'll go with easy research. No mercs. Go thrones. We have to use thrones because the bot can only manage throne games right now. So I'm going to set them at 3 level 3s, 3 level 1s, and you need 3 to win. Which means if you split your forces 3 ways to hold 3 thrones, plus the 4th to hold your capital, yeah, I don't think anybody's going to try for throne win, but you might gain some small benefits if you take over a throne. We're going to use minimal mods, just worthy heroes, and just because it's fun and cool. Hopefully people will play by blitz, but if you need to play on a longer format, you can do a 24-hour or whatever. That's really between the 2 players. And I will cast them using Omniscience live when I can. which should be a good amount of the time if the two players are in agreement. So for the second round, we're going to try a little bit different method. We'll do the underwater ban as well, same idea. Each player submits a short list of 3. Then once they've submitted, again, this is not entirely written as clear as I hoped. Made sense when I was thinking it. So what I'll do is I'll share the 2 lists. So your 3 and his 3. And then once you've submitted, you've looked over the other guy's lists, then you pick one of them, and I'll tell you what each of you chose. And then we already have the map. So then we'll build the game, and you can design to compensate for your opponent's choice. Final round, I haven't quite decided. We'll see how the first 2 work. So hopefully, if there's any confusion on these issues, feel free to chat about them. And if you want to join up. So something else is worth looking at. This is the original tournament from 2012. So you can see here, if you need the link, I'll put it in the description below. And kind of have a look. It was run by Frosted. I was active. I don't think I did very well. So, I mean, we had the Frosted Cup and a prize pool, and look at that, actual real money. So, it was pretty fun. Lots of shenanigans. And we did play this back with the original conceptual balance mod, not collaborative balance. But our community, it was conceptual community, I don't remember. It was run by Quantum Mechanic. So, as you can see, it started September 10th. I don't see the brackets here, but yeah. Okay, they used the Brainwinkle server. So this has been a long time since I've had a look over this, but it's a cool idea. And then, so you might want to browse that over. Just as a note, Phantomen won the game, and it was between her and Rail, who were the last to play. Now, Rail is still around sometimes in the Blitz community, not terribly often. So we'll leave it with that. Now, for maps, I'm going to note here, if you want to look, I've got a thread on the Discord, a thread within the Dueling tournament, where I'm highlighting little preview snaps of some of these maps. So this is a pile of different maps put together by 7th Path, see down here. And a lot of these maps are specifically for dueling or blitzing with either 2 to 4 kind of players, a few are a bit bigger. So there's a lot of choices. And I don't want to limit people that every game has to be on the same map. That's pretty spectacular, boring. So we can have a look at it. And let's just do a preview of a few of these kind of interesting maps. Just going to make a couple of adjustments to what we're doing here. So, some maps that are sort of suitable. Of course, there's always the arena map. So if you have a look at that. Now, it's pretty specifically limited. Expansion's very limited. Capitals start here, you start here, and boom, you're fighting. And if you don't have amphibious, you lose out on a lot of it. It's more for testing. So I'm not particularly recommending that. A couple of other ones, there's this Blitz Pit. That's got a cool looking map. It's very small. I like the size for 1 versus 1, 28. That's 14 inch, no water. Coast of Goats. So that's a pretty straightforward map. It's a map by Elmoki. It's quite small. It's not as small, so you can expand a little bit bigger. But my experience with dueling is expanding too much will cost you. It'll limit some of the other stuff you can do. Let's see. Now, some other ones that I have noted. That was Coast of Goats. This Desert Flower. It's kind of interesting. It's more a 4-person. You can kind of see the shape, but it would work for 2. Might put capitals there and there. Might mix them up. Some of them will be a little bigger, and if somebody builds a map, please let me know. I think Phantomia, in a size range you could work with, but I find it a little bit, shall we say, imbalanced. One down, Frosted Land is an old classic. Again, another Almoki map. This is very typical of Almoki's aesthetic he used when he made maps. But that's quite suitable in size. And a couple others. We've got a couple others. This one, Islands of Good and Evil. That could be quite entertaining, but somehow or other you gotta get across the water. So, you know, if somebody wants it, could be a heck of a lot of fun. And then that was Islands of Evil. Murky Moor, another Almoki map. So I think that's quite suitable. See, we're running from that size 30 to 50. It's Murky Moor. It's possible somebody could use Silent Seas. It's got this big mountain spine down the middle, and I would put a little extra effort into it. But it's a classic, comes with the game. Wrong with it. And Thronelands is a possibility. A little bit on the big side. What else we got? That's about it that I've got set up so far in that size range, but I am still searching out some more. So, and I completely screwed up, and you guys weren't able to see those previews I was looking at. So let's do that again. Yeah, I see that. I realized I mucked it up. So here we are. There's one, Bad Intentions. That's kind of a cool looking map. I like the kind of, I guess you'd call it comic bookish sort of aesthetic there. And where else are we at? And of course, Arena is a possibility, but I think it's too small to have a really decent duo. And going down here, Blitz Pit. I like this one. I think this one looks pretty good. I'd be good to go for that one. Down a little farther, Coast of Goats again. So there's the preview of Coast of Goats. And so we got Phantomia. A little bit odd, so I mentioned that before. Frosted Land, definitely viable. I think quite satisfactory for us. And so we got Islands of Good and Evil. So this one, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. There's Murky Moor. Small horizontally wrapping world, there you go. And that's just about it for the ones in that. Oh, this one's Talus. That one could be quite entertaining. It's a good looking map. It has a feel like the what's it called, a Cradle of Dominions map, which is around. So I think I've covered what I wanted to cover. Let's jump back to the Chrome just to finalize. This is our first exhibition bracket. The rules need a little rewrite. Still a little unclear. RK, Sable Cat, Ben Sphinx, and Lucid. So guys, I'm going to end this. I just wanted to do a little announcement and let people know this will be up and coming. I'm going to come back streaming a little bit later today, but I want to do streams with the proper thumbnail each time, so rather than change topic in a broad way. I hope you